Good morning students. Post spinning process. After producing the spinning corpse, it is derived from spinning machine, that is ring frame. The corpse are utilized to produce many packages based upon its end uses. For example, cone winding, cheese winding, pern winding, and number of winding may be carried out after spinning processes. So here also we use autocones for producing cones. Last class we discussed about the normal cone winding machine. What is the difference between autocone and normal cone winding machine? The object of autocone and normal cone winding machine is both are same. The main difference is all the processes are automatically done in autoconer machine. For example, the feeding of corpse, the mending of end packages and doffing of full packages are automatically done in autoconer machine. And also the production is more when compared to normal cone winding machine. What are the objects of autoconer? It is same as our normal cone winding machine to convert the spinning corpse into cone packages, large size packages. It's the first object of autoconer machine. The second object is the removal of adjacent faults. It's nothing but thick places, thin places present in the spinning corpse. The thick places are removed by slug catchers and the thin places are removed by tensioners. After the removal of these defects, the mending is carried out by a separate unit is called splicer. The splicer joins the two ends of cutted ends without doing knotting process. There is a main difference between autoconer and normal cone winding machine. Then to clean the yarn, to increase the quality of yarn when compared to spinning corpse, the autoconer packages have more quality, and also to store the yarn which is suitable for next processes. These are the main objects of autoconer. And also the production is more, so we can produce more number of packages and with a high quality. This is the diagram of autoconer passage. This is the feed package. It consists of a number of feed packages. After exhausting one package, the next package comes into line. So continuous supply is possible without any manual interruption. The autoconer takes the feed packages continuously. So the automatic feed material changing is possible in autoconer machine. Then tensioning device and slug catcher. The slug catcher is normally called as EYC machine, EYC equipment, electronic yarn clearer equipment. It cuts the yarn whenever the diameter is more than the normal one, and also a stop motion wire which is stop the machine whenever the package gets filled. The automatic auto doffing is also available, which is used to doff the full bobbins and replace the empty bobbin. These are the advantages of autoconer and compared to normal cone winding machine. There are n number of types of available. After the spinning process, we can convert the spinning capsule into different packages. The first one is pern winding, cup winding, pull winding, cone winding, cheese winding, warp winding, flange bobbin winding. So our aim is to convert the yarn into warp sheet, then sizing, then looming, that is weaving process. So we convert the individual yarn into warp sheet of yarns, then it will be used in weaving machine for producing fabric. So for that purpose we are using n number of winding packages. For example, pern winding, it is the winding is used to produce the webbed package of the loom. The pern winding is the machine which produce the horizontal yarn which is used in weaving. And also warp winding, cheese winding, cone winding are used in producing the different size of packages for utilizing different end uses. And also for yarn yarn dyeing process, we can use cheese packages, which is a perforated empty drums for dyeing the yarn. So depending upon the end use, the winding packages will vary. Normally the winding packages is carried out for producing burn for webbed yarn packages and cone for warp yarn packages. So from the cone we can produce warp sheet, then the warp sheet is going to sizing process, then it is converted into sizing beam. The sized beam is put in the weaving machine for producing the fabric. So cone winding is the base for producing warp and webbed yarn. According to winding, it is called there are two types of winding is also possible. First one is precision winding and non-precision winding. And according to drive, direct drive and indirect drive. Direct drive means it is positively driven by the pulleys and wheels. Indirect drive means the drums. Normally the cone winding is carried out by surface contact principle. The package is rotated with the help of the surface contact principle. So this is called indirect bobbin drive principle. These are all the different types of windings used in cone winding machines. Next topic is yarn numbering system. So generally in market we call the yarn in number. For example, 20s count yarn, 40s count yarn, 80s count yarn, 100s count yarn. What is the yarn numbering system? Here we are using two types of yarn numbering system. First one is called direct yarn numbering system. Second one is called indirect yarn numbering system. Before that, up to roving process from blow room to blow room, carding, drying, comber and simplex, we are denote the yarn in hanks, denote the material thickness in hanks. For example, in blow room we denote the hang of the lab as 0.0015, 0.0017 likewise. And also in carding, the hang of sliver is 0.15, 0.16, likewise we card. And also in draw frame the same 0.15 to 0.17, 0.18, 0.12 we can denote it depending upon the count of hang of the material. In simplex, the hang is denoted as 1.9, 1.1, 1.2, 2.1, likewise we denoted it. But in spinning, in ring frame, the yarn count is denoted as 20s, 40s, 60s, 80s and 100s and more than 100s. So what is yarn numbering? Here we are using two systems for denoting the yarn numbering. First one is direct yarn numbering system, another one is called indirect yarn numbering system. In direct yarn numbering system, it works under the principle of mass per unit length of yarn. Mass per unit length of yarn. Here, higher the yarn number or count indicates the coarser or thicker. If the number is increasing, the thickness of the yarn also increased. That is called direct yarn numbering system. And also, if the number is small or count is small, means the thickness is very less. So directly proportional to the diameter of the yarn. The number is directly proportional to the diameter of the yarn is known as direct yarn numbering system. For example, Tex and Denier both are the example for direct yarn numbering system. What is indirect yarn numbering system? It is works under the principle of length per unit mass. Length per unit mass. Here, the higher the yarn number, the count indicates the finer or lighter the yarn. So, for example, 100s yarn is finer than 60s yarn, or 60s yarn is finer than 20s yarn. And smaller the yarn number indicates the coarser or thicker of the yarn size. So indirectly proportional to the thickness of the material is indirect yarn numbering system. English count system, French count system, Worsted count system. These are all the examples for indirect yarn numbering systems. So direct yarn numbering system, let's work on under the principle of mass per unit length. Here text system, denier, decitex, millitex, kilotex, jute count, Greg's count and linen count. These are all the direct yarn numbering system. Here the units of length and units of weight for each system is given. For example, text system, the length is 1000 meters, weight is in number of grams. In denier, length is 9000 meters, weight is number of grams. Decitex 10,000 meters, weight is in number of grams. Millitex 1000 meters, weight is in number of milligrams. Here kilotex, length in 1000 meters, weight in number of kilograms. And jute count 14,400 yards is in the length unit. Here number of pounds are used. Here Greg's text 10,000 meters of yarn in number of grams is the weight unit. Here linen count 40,400 yards for number of pounds. These are the direct yarn numbering system. So number of grams in 1000 meters of yarn is called text system. So number of grams of yarn present in a 1000 meters of yarn is called text system. Here next one is a indirect yarn numbering system. Here length per unit mass is the principle. Here numbering system, English count system is denoted as NE, metric count system is denoted as NM, woolen count YSM, worsted count NEK, linen count NEL, French cotton count. These are all the indirect yarn numbering systems. For English cotton count, the length unit is 840 yards, the weight is 1 pound. 1 pound is denoted as LB. In metric count, 1000 meters per 1 kilometer of yarn, the weight unit is 1 kilogram. For woolen count, 256 yards for 1 pound. For worsted count, 560 yards for 1 pound. Here linen count, 300 yards, the weight unit is 1 pound. French cotton count, here the length unit is 1000 meters, the weight unit is 500 grams. Here the English count means number of 840 yards in 1 pound of material is the English cotton count. By this way we can calculate the count. This is a conversion table for converting one count to another count. For example, NE to text or NE to denier, we can use this conversion table. For example, NE, for converting NE, here NE is available. So NE to NE is 1 into NE give 1E, and metric to English count 0.5905 into metric, you can get the value in English count, or 590.5 divided by text is given the value of NE count, or 5905 divided by Greg's give you the count in English count, or 5315 divided by denier will give you the count in English. Here metric system, so for getting a metric system 1.693 into English count, or 1 into metric count, 1000 into text count, 1000 divided by text count, 10,000 divided by Greg's count, or 9,000 divided by denier is the value of metric system. For getting text system, 590.5 divided by NE, for 1000 divided by metric, 1 into text, 0.1 into Greg's, or 0.111 into denier, you can get the count in text. For Greg's, 5905 divided by NE, 10,000 divided by metric, 10 into text, 1 into Greg's, or 1.111 into denier, you can get the count in Greg's. For denier, 5315 divided by NE, 9000 divided by metric, 9 into tex, 0.9 into grex, or 1 into denier. You can get the count in denier. These are all the conversion factor for converting one system to another system. For example, direct system to indirect system or indirect system to direct system. Conversion is possible by using this conversion table. So next topic, how to solve the problem by using this conversion table. For example, if a problem, if the metric count is given as 50, then what will be the English count? So for that, we have to write the given data first. Given data, the metric count is 50 num. They are asking what will be the English count. So conversion factor, so NE is 0.5905 into metric. Here 0.5905 is constant, the metric value is 50. So here what will be the answer? 0.5905 into 50 is 29.5 or equal to 30 NE. So by this way we convert the one count system into another count system. Here once again I repeat the same step. The given detail is metric count is 15 metric. What will be the English count is the question. Here conversion factor NE is equal to 0.5905 into metric. So 0.5905 into 50, you can get 29.5. So while doing around, it's around 30. So 30's NE is the equal count for 50's metric count. Another problem, if the English count is 30, then what will be the text count system? So the given data, English count is 30 NE. Normally it is generally like this. What will be the text count? We know very well. Text is equal to 590.5 into the NE. This is the conversion factor. So here 590.5 divided by NE 30. So which give you the answer 19.6 text. So in the problem they give 30's English carton count. What will be the text count is the question. The given data is English count is 30's NE. What will be the text count? We know the formula. Text count is equal to 590.5 divided by English count. NE means English count. So 590.5 divided by 30. So the answer is 19.6 text. So in this way we can calculate the count from one count system to another count system. So summary of this class is first topic we discussed about the autoconer and post spinning processes. What are the post spinning process? After the spinning process is over, after converting fiber into yarn, the yarn packages, the yarn small packages converted into different packages for their end users. For example, pern winding, cone winding, cheese winding, pool winding, warp winding, etc. So based upon the end users, the single yarn which is produced in spinning machine or ring frame machine is converted into large size packages for fulfilling the needs of the next processes. or subsequent processes. That processes are called post-spinning processes. Normally in spinning wheel we are using cone winding or autocorer as a post-spinning processes. Here the spinning cobs are converted into cone. So after removing the objectionable parts or cleaning the yarn, the spinning cob is converted into cone packages for supplying continuous supply in the next processes. For example, in shuttless weaving machine, the webbed packages normally used as a cone for continuous supply principle. So for that purpose, we convert the small cobs into large size packages. This is the post spinning processes. Next topic we discussed about the yarn numbering system. There are two yarn numbering system, direct yarn numbering system and indirect yarn numbering system. So direct yarn numbering system is directly proportional to the yarn diameter. For example, if the number increases, the diameter also increases. Whereas in indirect yarn numbering system, it's a reversal one. If the diameter increases, the number decreases. For example, in indirect system, tens count is a coarser yarn when compared to hundreds count yarn. The hundreds count is a more finer yarn when compared to 80s, 60s, 40s or 20s count yarn. It's a direct and a indirect yarn numbering system. Tex and denier is mostly used direct yarn numbering system. English count is the normally used indirect yarn numbering system, and the conversion factor and the conversion table we discussed for converting one count system to another count system. Thank you.